Mary.
Thanks, Caroline. To follow on Gabe's question, Secretary Noem said Alex Pretti committed an act of domestic terrorism. Stephen Miller labeled Pretti a domestic terrorist. Does the president agree with them?
Look, as I've said, I have not heard the president characterize Mr. Pretti in that way. However, I have heard the president say he wants to let the facts in the investigation lead itself.
The president is taking a very different tack now than what we saw over the weekend from his own top officials. And I asked her directly, does the president agree with Secretary Noem, with Stephen Miller, who were both very quick to label this an act of domestic terror, or to call Alex Pretti himself a domestic terrorist? And Karoline said that she hadn't heard the president, use that phrase, clearly trying to put some distance between him and the language that we've heard coming from some in this administration. But when I tried to follow up and say, well, then was the president, concerned that they were essentially rushing to this judgment, she wouldn't say. She continues to stress that the president wants to, see the outcome of this investigation. But that raises questions about the integrity of the investigation. How can the American public have faith in the outcome of an investigation when the head of the department that is running this has already come out and clearly taken sides and come to a conclusion? Karoline continued when asked a similar question to that, said that the president does believe that the investigation is credible and essentially that he looks forward to learning the results of this. What is clear is that I think this administration is trying to somehow lower the temperature here, but at the same time that they are sort of, softening their language a bit, Karoline Leavitt also making very clear that this administration continues to blame Democrats, blame Governor Walz, the mayor of Minneapolis, for the fact that this violence is occurring in the first place. So while the president and the governor may have had what they've described as a productive conversation, there clearly is a lot of finger pointing going on here, and the White House is trying to walk a fine line.